To start, we have a great base that we built upon. This is built upon our Titan XD, a crew cab 4x4 in the Midnight Edition package is where we started. First and foremost, when you're going into disaster, you want to make sure you can find your way. So what we did is we took and used a Nissan affiliated accessory and put on this custom bumper. It's from Addictive Desert Design, and it's got floodlights and spotlights on it, so it'll help you find your way when you need to get to a disaster relief zone. Coming around to the side of the vehicle, you'll see that it's lifted. And we did that for when you're going into a disaster zone. Sometimes there's debris you have to drive over, sometimes there's water you have to get through, and other situations. So we added our Icon lift kit as well as our Icon wheels, and we added the Nitto tires onto this that are all off-road, all-season, massive tires that can help really do the job. We didn't stop there, we got to the interior, and sometimes with a lifted vehicle it's a little hard to get inside. Good news, we added these power running boards from Ink Research, so they will come down when it's time to get in, and then when it's time to get back on the road, as you'll see in just a second, the running boards pop back into place. So if you're going through a kind of a debris-filled area, the running boards won't get caught. When you're also on the inside, sometimes when you're going in and out to help those in need, you may be covered in water or dirt or other materials, and so we added these seat covers on it. They're neoprene seat covers. They're water resistant, dirt resistant. You can take them on and off. We have them on the front row and on the back row. Also too, sometimes in situations while we have a great onboard navigation system, sometimes if you have to off-road, those onboard navigation systems are only for roads, not off-road. So we added built-in Wi-Fi into the truck as well as an iPad so it can help you find those off-road situations a little bit better. We also, if you have some extra gear that you need to tote along with you, we added this great roof rail system with Pelican watertight and water-resistant cases. The star of the show, though, is when you come around to the back of the truck. In order to do all this customization, we had to add 4 feet onto the frame of the truck. So this is a much longer truck than we normally have that's in service with an XD. While XDs are bigger of the 2 Titans, this one is by far the biggest of what we have in the fleet that we're donating to the Red Cross. We had to do that extra 4-foot extension in order to accommodate this custom 4x4 B&S off-road box. And it's not just a box, it's a box with purpose. We worked very closely with the Red Cross to make sure it had all the pieces and parts inside that helps those when they're in time of need, in time of disaster. Everything from beds inside to microwaves, to a monitor that can connect to satellite TV, so if you need to get back to home base. While this is a mobile command center, you do have to sometimes connect back with home base. There are solar panels on top that help to charge as a supplemental battery for all the interior pieces and parts. There is air conditioning on the inside, it's not on right now. And there's also a cooling fan in there as well. It even has this dock that comes out, that slides straight out, washing station for your hands, hot and cold water, a stove, and cooling boxes that can either be refrigerated or put with ice. So it can go all the way down to 0 degrees, or it can hold at a constant 32 for whatever situation you may need. We won't step inside now, but feel free to when I'm done walking around. And if you go on to the other side, I'll have it open in a moment. We actually do have a shower head that comes off to the top of the box, so in case you need to rinse off before you kind of go to your next disaster zone relief situation. No spot has been left untouched. We have compartments and storage in every nook and cranny, as you'll see here for a few of the things that are open to be able to help and get everything ready so when you need to go out into a disaster zone. Another feature that we added, as well, it's lifted. As you're going over a debris-filled area, sometimes you need to make sure your ride is kind of staying stable. So we actually added adaptive airbags underneath it and a reinforced sway bar. So as you're going over kind of boulders and rocks or limbs and whatnot, that truck will stay not perfectly steady, but it'll stay a lot more steady if you didn't have those pieces and parts. And the final thing I'll call out is our fuel capacity. We added a lot more fuel capacity to this truck, 75 total onboard gallons for the truck, so you can have a great range and you won't have to stop and get gas when you're out helping people. So ladies and gentlemen, the Ultimate Service Titan, if you have any further questions, I'm available, as well as the guy who built this truck, David Page. So without further ado, I'd like to have Emily come up, and I have something for you. A set of keys. These are actually yours. Congratulations. working closely with them. This wasn't just me sitting down and going, hey, we should do this.
Jeremy, I have a couple of questions for you.
Yes, sir.
I noticed the front frame right there looks like it's 10 or 12 inches tall, but that's not normal for a Titan.
That's right.
So where did you change the frame from? Are all the frame rails different, or did you just box it up from like the back seats?
Yeah, box it up from the back seat back.
And then
That's a great observation. Yes, that's exactly what we did.
Gearing is the same?
Yes.
Gearing's the same. Anything else different? Just extended it.
Extended it, put the reinforced sway bar in it, and the airbags to help with stabilization. Those are the main things we did for the underpinnings of the truck.
Okay.
But the rest of it is stock.
All right. Cool. Great. Thank you.
No problem. Okay, great.
Wow, with this pop-up, I've actually got a lot of headroom in here. It's pretty cool. I mean, at the peak of the pop-up, there's more than a foot over my head, but I can easily walk up and have a seat up the table and have a seat in these chairs. There's plenty of storage, fans, microwave, and comms, system stuff, outlets, fridge. This is all normal outdoor stuff, normal camper stuff and boat stuff. Very cool. If I had to guess, it probably sleeps 1, 2, 3, 4.